Alrighty, so hello everybody. This is day 2, session number 5 of the BigBlueButtonWorld 2022 conference. So big thanks to everybody who's been sticking with us throughout the entire day. It's hard to believe that we're already halfway through the event. You know, time flies when you're having fun. But we still got 2 more presentations that are coming up that we're really looking forward to. So big thanks to you guys who are all joining us from around the world, and a big thanks to Felipe and Arthur, who are taking time out of their day to come give us a presentation on some exciting stuff that we can expect in BigBlueButton 2.6. So just to give just a little bit of background information, so Felipe Cecagno is the CEO and co-founder of Mconf, and Arthur Grossi is a member of Mconf's senior development team. So Mconf is a open source web conferencing tool that's built around and on top of BigBlueButton. They've been contributing to the core of BigBlueButton for about 10 years now, so for a long time. And so this talk that they're going to be giving today is going to be specifically about the recent implementation of a speech-to-text captions feature that's going to be coming into 2.6. And so without any further ado, I'm not going to take any more time. I'm going to just pass the mic to Felipe and Arthur, and you guys can take it from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the introduction, Bran. Thank you all for joining. We are very happy to be here talking to you about live captions on BigBlueButton. I'm very happy that this is the second time I present on the BigBlueButtonWorld conference. So I've been here last year as well, talking on a different topic. I'm talking here with 2 roles. So I am a core committer of the BigBlueButton project since 2011. And I'm also the co-founder and CEO at Mconf, based in Porto Alegre, Brazil. So you can find me on LinkedIn. Arthur.
Hi everyone. I'm Arthur. I'm undergraduate student in computer engineering at URGS, also a BigBlueButton contributor and software developer at Mconf.
Awesome. So we will talk a little bit about context, because closed captions is not a new functionality on BigBlueButton. So we will go through what we have today on the latest version 2.5. We will talk about the web speech API, which is the API we leverage to implement the second generation of live captions on BigBlueButton. We will talk about what has been implemented, a live demo, and how to activate in your BigBlueButton 2.6. This is not available on the latest release, so it's a feature that you will find on the next alphas of 2.6. So a bit of context. First, talking a little bit about accessibility, because it's a pillar that drives the development process. And we care a lot about accessibility, and we try to improve accessibility on every release. We have a bunch of information on accessibility on the BigBlueButton website. We run on every release an external assessment on accessibility on BigBlueButton. So we try to always improve the product in this way, in this accessibility way. So first release that we had live captions was 1.1. It was back in 2017, still using the Flash client. So it enables a stenographer to provide live closed captions in multiple languages during a session. And on version 2.2, it was already the HTML5 client back in 2019. It used a similar approach with support for dictation as well. I will talk a little bit about it in a moment. But the idea of the functionality was to let a professional write down everything that's being said, and then anybody could activate the live captions in the session and read what's being said. So the moderator can activate the live captions. This is BigBlueButton 2.5. It will select write closed captions right here on the gears icon, and then he will select the language he wants to type. and then he will start typing. That's the idea, and everything that is being written here on Etherpad will be shown as a closed caption for the user. So the user also can select what is the language of the captions and a bit of styling properties such as background color, text color, font size, font type, and so on. So the front end for the stenographer is Etherpad, which is the same platform we use for the shared notes. And then everything that the stenographer types is converted into live captions for the users. But the mechanism rely on stenographer to write. So although it can it supports dictation, so the moderator can click on start dictation, and then the web speech API will be used to convert the voice of the moderator into text on Etherpad, and the same process will work. However, it expects that the person that activates the live captioning is the same person that is actually talking in the session. So also language is connected to a single moderator. So there is this figure of the moderator responsible for a specific language, and feature is not very easy to use. So there are opportunities to make it easier and more available to others. Talking a bit about the web speech API, so it's a web standard. There is an open specification. The speech recognition class is supported by Chromium-based and browsers and Safari. So Chrome supports it since version 33, so it's been a while since it supports it. And it's vendor dependent, so we see that Chrome has a really good support for this, and also Safari supports it, Edge supports it. There is a live demo on Chrome. Many languages are supported, over 100 languages, so you can select it and press the button to press the microphone button and start speaking, and it will convert it to text using the web speech API. There is actually Chrome states about data privacy on the web speech API. This is from Google's website. So essentially, data is sent to Google servers to perform the conversion. So although it's something which is free of charge and any web application can use it, it will be sent, the audio will be sent to Google servers, and then the Google servers will send back to the browser the text regarding that part of the speech. Firefox also consider implementing web speech API. At this moment, it doesn't support, but they are working on a project called Deep Speech, which is supposed to be able to convert audio in text on premise. So this is probably something we will see in the near future about it. So over to you, Arthur.
Okay, so for the second generation live captions, our goals were to build an extremely easy to use and straightforward feature where the user can just enable it with 1 or 2 clicks and get it working. Also to be free of charge, so there is no need to pay any tax for an external transcribing service or something like that, and to be accessible by any BigBlueButton user. So here we have a screenshot that shows the automatic transcription drop down that is located inside the join audio modal. So it comes disabled by default, the automatic transcription, and to enable it, you just need to click over the drop down and select the speech language. So here I would select English and then click over the microphone to join with microphone the meeting. And once you have joined the audio, you can see who also enabled the automatic transcription by looking at the talking indicators over here. So those with a CC label next to it are the ones who enabled the automatic transcription. So here John didn't enable it, me and Felipe enable it. And also we notice in this example that my voice was being transcribed at the moment, so the CC label over here is green and not Felipe's voice. That's why it's not green. And then to start displaying the closed captions, live captions, you just need to click at the CC button over here, and then a text box will appear, and with the transcription and the respective user avatar. One point to note here is that all users can see the live captions on the meeting, not only those who enable the automatic transcription when joined. And here we have how it looks like in the recordings. So it's a little bit different from in-meeting live captions because it doesn't have the user avatar over here, and it has a little more text styling like text color, background color, window, etc. And now I'll do a live demo. Okay. So here I just joined a meeting and it comes disabled as I said. So I will select English because I'm talking English. And then echo test. So notice here that when I unmute my microphone and start talking, I need to wait about 2 or 3 seconds for the CC button show up here. Hi everyone, just testing live captions feature. The live captions are really cool. Hello. So that's it, it's working. One second, I will pass the presenter. Okay.
Thank you, Arthur. And how to activate it? There is the well-known settings.yaml that configures a lot on the BigBlueButton HTML5. Again, it will be available only on BigBlueButton 2.6. So we don't expect to have it on 2.5. On the settings YAML, basically there is a property that will come disabled by default, which is audio captions enabled. So you can flip it to true, and you can select all the languages that will be shown in the language dropdown when the user activates microphone. So basically you can determine all the languages that will be available, and also you can determine if there is any language that should be selected by default. And for a full list of languages supported on Chrome, you can go to the demo website on Chrome, and you see the dropdown, and then you can select the values accordingly. So thank you very much for your patience. That's all we wanted to present to you today. We'll be glad to answer some questions if there are any. I can see a lot of messages in the chat, so I'm going to start reading. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Felipe, and thank you, Artur, for a really interesting presentation. So, like Felipe's offered, if you guys have any questions, feel free. We'd really encourage you to go ahead and post those in the chat. We have around 10 minutes until the next session is going to start, so plenty of time. So if you do have a question, feel free to send it in.
I can see some discussions on GDPR compliant solution, and the idea is that the framework will be in place for plugging any other service, or it will be easier to plug like a server-side component that consumes an API which is GDPR compliant. The idea here was to make the existing solutions for live captions to be widely available for the users. I'm sure that it will benefit a lot of people even using Google service at this point. But the idea is to make it extensible so others can plug other services. Sorry. So Murat asked, can we see these live captions on recording side? Yes, so there is here. We have a slide showing how it's expected to be on the recording side. So this is BBB playback, which is the BigBlueButton default playback format, and there is a button that is not showing up in the presentation with a CC label on it. So you click on the CC label and then you select the language, and then the subtitle or the live caption will appear in the video. So Clemens asked, are there any option to configure captions on the user side, font size, color, and also lines of displayed captions? Not at this moment, Clemens, but this is probably something that we will want to explore in the future. At this moment, it will always show the, let me find So it will always have a transparency layer on top of the presentation with the text and also the avatar from the user. If the user is not using an avatar, it will be like in the presentation list of this session with the first two letters of the username. So Lars just mentioned self-hosted alternative for speech-to-text. I personally never tested it, but it's definitely something we will want to take a closer look. Mamata asked, is there a way to capture all the captions into a document after each session? So not yet. The recording format is used as a subtitle of the recording, but there is no way to get like the transcription of the session at this moment. So it's probably something that we will want to add in the future. I want to invite everyone for the next session, which will be the last session of the day, about the mobile roadmap for BigBlueButton. It will be a very interesting session. So.
Thank you guys again so much for the talk there. We still have some time here. If anybody else has any additional questions that they want to pose in the chat. If not, then we can go ahead and we can go get into the next session. But just letting you guys know that there's still time for questions.
So Guy Lunardi just asked if Google API does live translation too. I'm not sure. I don't think that this API that we are using supports translation, but I'm not 100% sure about that. Yes, I agree. That would be neat. Awesome. Thank you very much, everyone. See you in the next session about the mobile